Hi and welcome to Wristtraining, and in between the exercises I'm going to read and try to learn something about capillaries. Participating in the exercises is at your own risk, and capillaries are part of a blood system, so I'm going to spend the whole time talking about the blood system. Let's start with the first exercise. It's the spotlight. Having good aligned shoulders and the arm comfortable at the side, the hand formed to a fist, and returning that fist up and down, and again up and down. We are going slowly as far as we can go with a little effort, and as soon as we have reached the point which we can reach with a little effort, we are turning slowly around and are going into the other direction. And we're going to do it one last time. Down and again up, and now it's time for the other arm. So good aligned shoulders, arm comfortable at the side, hand formed to a fist, and returning the fist down. And again up. We're going slowly as far as we can go with a little effort. There should be no more pain. We're going as far as we can go with a little effort, and then we are turning slowly around. And down, and now one last time. And we're going to look now for the first info snippet to capillaries. Where are blood vessels? Okay, first info snippet tells us that there are blood vessels. So where are blood vessels? The second one says us the capillary is a small blood vessel. So there are blood vessels, and some are smaller than other ones. And our capillary vessel, or capillaries plural, capillary, is a small one. So there are blood vessels, and we are having a small one with our capillaries here. The next exercise, we're having our arm comfortable at the side, and the hand again formed to a fist, and now we're turning the fist to the inside and to the outside. And again in, we're going slowly as far as we can go with a little effort. And then we are turning slowly around again, they're going again as far as we can go with a little effort. And we're going to do it one last time. And now with the other hand. Good aligned shoulders, arm comfortable at the side. Bring the fist to the inside and to the outside. Okay, there are blood vessels, and there are small blood vessels, and our capillaries are one of the small ones. So capillaries are small blood vessels. And one last time. Let's look for the third info snippet. The capillaries have as size a diameter of 1,000th of a centimeter. So of a circle, the diameter is the distance completely once through. So this is the diameter, this is the complete circle, this is the circumference, the diameter is once complete through from one side to the other. And our capillaries have a diameter of 1,000th of a centimeter. So this is a centimeter, and they are 1,000th of a distance as a diameter. So it's very, 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 very little. 1,000th of a centimeter, very much smaller than a hair has as a diameter. So this is a centimeter, and they have 1,000th. So our blood vessels are not just a little bit smaller than some other blood vessels, but they are really, really small. The next exercise, the magician. We're having again a good stand, comfortable stand, good aligned shoulders, the arm comfortable to the side, hand formed to a flat hand, and now we're bringing the hand to the inside and to the outside. We're going as far as we can go with a little effort to the side, and then we are turning slowly around and are going into the other direction. I'm going to do it the other. To the inside, to the outside. So capillaries are blood vessels, small blood vessels, and they have a diameter, so as a size, of 1,000th of a centimeter. And that was the magician, the exercise of the magician. From the heart flows blood through arteries, which are branching and narrowing into arterioles, which branch now further into capillaries. So from the heart we are flowing arteries away. The aorta goes from the heart, from the left ventricle away, and this aorta is branching into arterioles, and then branching further into capillaries. These capillaries are just as thousandths of a centimeter wide. The aorta is quite big, and they branch into arteries and arterioles, and then into capillaries. And the next exercise, the pancake flipper, we're having again good leg shoulders, arm comfortable to the side, hand to a flat hand, and returning with flat hand to the sky. And again down to the ground. We're going slowly again to the sky. We're going always as far as we can go with a little effort. And as soon as we have reached the point which we can reach with a little effort, turning again slowly around to going into the other direction. And one last time. Over your right. Comfortable to the side, hand thumb to the flat hand, returning with flat hand to the inside, to the outside. Always as far as we can go with a little effort. So from the heart, arteries are leading blood away, the aorta for example, and these arteries are branching and narrowing into arterioles, and these arterioles branching and narrowing further down into very, very small capillaries. Then some processes happen to exchange nutrients and wastes. So not further in detail explained processes happen here, but these very, very small capillaries all over the body are doing the exchange of nutrients and wastes. After these processes of exchanging nutrients and wastes have happened, the capillaries then join and widen again and are becoming venules. So these capillaries are doing whatever job they do, and then they are widening again and joining again into venules. The venules converge and widen and are becoming veins, and these venules are making this process even for a longer time. They are again converging, they are joining and widening into veins. So it were capillaries, and now it's becoming venules, and now it's our veins. The veins are then delivering through the Venae Cavae the blood back to the heart. And then the blood comes back through the Venae Cavae to the heart. So these veins are then coming back to the heart into the Venae Cavae and bringing the blood back into the right atrium, if I'm not wrong. And the next exercise, the T-Rex in the gym. We're bringing the hands up. Now we're bringing the hands down and up. And again down and up. And one last time. And then we're having, after this, T-Rex in the morning, the T-Rex in the gym. And I'm going to take a tennis ball for this. If you don't have one, you can do it just with a fist. I'm holding a tennis ball like this, with the 4 hold fingers on top. The thumb is basically doing nothing. Maybe I press from the side. Now we're taking it down into this position, all flat from the knuckles to the elbow. And we are pressing with moderate force. And releasing again. And we are pressing again. And releasing again. And for last time, before we switch, we are pressing. And on the other side, we are pressing. And release. We are pressing. And release. And the last time, pressing. And that was the T-Rex and the jaw. Now to the cautious big bang. We're placing the fingertips of one hand on top of the fingernails of the other hand. Now we are opening that hand, pressing with the finger nails against the fingertips of the other one, and we are closing again. Another time, we are opening, and that hand tries to stop it, press against it, of course not some violent force here. And another time. And now it's time to switch. Okay, opening and closing. Opening and closing. And one last time. And that was the cautious big bang. Now let's look if we have anything more here. The venules converge and widen over the veins. The veins are delivering through the Venae Cavae, the blood back to the heart and the right atrium. From the heart, the blood flows through arteries to the body parts. The arteries branch and narrow to arterioles and then further smaller into capillaries. As capillaries, processes of nutrients and waste exchanges happen. The capillaries join and widen to venules and then converge and widen into veins and are coming back to the heart through the Venae Cavae. Okay, we had everything. Now, the quadrangular castle with both hands out, the form to the fist, and we're turning the fist towards each other. And then up. And down. To the side. Now down. And once in the middle, here's switch point, and now you're going into the other direction. And to the outside. Up. And to the inside, and that was the quadrangular castle architect. And now to the crab anxious to have fever. We have the arm covered to the side, we are turning the fist down into flexion, and we are pressing from the side against the index finger with moderate force, all carefully. And from the outside. And from the top against the third metatarsal bone. And from the bottom against the first finger. And on the other side, arm comfortable at the side. We bring the fist down and we're pressing against the index finger with moderate force. And from the outside. From the top. And against the third finger. And with that, we have done all the wrist strengthening exercises. Now we're going to do one relaxation exercise for the extensor digitorum muscle. We're going over the middle part of the lower arm. We're sitting here in the middle of the arm, going down. We're sitting on beside the brachioradialis muscle, and they're going down and ending a little in front of the head of you. And one last time. And on the other side. That arm is relaxed as possible. And one more time. And we're done with all the exercises. So, capillaries are a type of blood vessels, and these capillaries are very small, 1,000th of a centimeter. From the heart, the blood comes through the aorta from the left ventricle. The aorta comes from the left ventricle and branches into arteries, and these arteries are branching and are narrowing. So both they are branching, they are becoming more, but they're also becoming smaller. And into arterioles, and these arterioles are branching and narrowing further into capillaries. There are very, very, very many of them, but they are very, very small. And these capillaries are doing jobs of exchanging nutrients and wastes. After we have done whatever that job in particular is, they are again joining and becoming a bit larger into venules, and these venules are joining again, converging into veins, and these big, larger veins are coming back to the heart through the Venae Cavae into the right atrium. And that's in short the blood cycle. I thank you very much, and I'll have the next time.